All right, y'all. Well, you see this little hands up. We tried to do the intro video. Not sure why that didn't quite take. Whatever. We will sort that out next week. Never. I don't know. I promise nothing. Standings. It's going to start off with me against Rick Crane. So number 1 and number 3 squaring off in the opposite order. Take a look at that match preview here. So you see Rick in first. I am there in third. I still don't remember whether it's wins, draws, losses, or wins, losses, draws. Pretty sure it's wins, draws, losses. I can't remember if we're doing it the American style or the European style with these. Anyway, those are the averages. You can expect one thing. If we were betting on this, I know how you'd bet. I know how I would bet, but I'm going to give it my best. I'm going to hand it off to Mr. Darren, who's going to be joining us in the booth in just a moment, while Rick and I get the court going on. So hope y'all enjoy this match. Best of 10, 501. Matt Lang and Rick Crane coming up.
Darren, ready for you. Okay. Looks like we still got both cams working, so that's good.
Cool.
It stays like that.
Hey guys, this is Darren. Going to be doing some play-by-play for you here from the Cav. They're about to cork it up. Okay, we got Rick with a double bullseye to start out with. And Matt with the green bull. So we got Rick going first. Rick with the good opening. So unfortunate bouts out. 25 score. Okay, Matt's 45 again. Looks like he might have snuck in that last start. No, doesn't look like it. Rick with an 80, down to 241. Matt's follow up with a 41. Rick will be setting up his out. And it looks like it's 59 score. Well, it's kind of hard to drink beer when it's that close. It's okay.
All right. Just want to make sure.
I'd say the little thing bouncing. Matt needed to adjust my mic, but I also need to drink beer, so got two things going on here. 24 scored. Rick at 182, just outside of out territory. Pissing down to 162, 102. Should be down to 82. $59 scored for Matt, leaving him 204. I would suspect Rick to go to triple 14. Missed. It's now at 71. Looks like he was throwing at triple 17. 17 scored now. 19. That should leave him 46. Matt still looking on the outside. That's a good follow-up. 68 scored. 136 left. Let's see, are we going to throw it 14? No. 36, double 18. Looks like he's throwing it double 9. And it's just short. 9 left. $96 left for Matt. 5. 91 left. Rick looking at 9. 1 to even it up. Double 4. And he hits it with a double 2. Game to Rick Crane. Matt will be starting out the next leg. Good lead with Matt. 100 scored. $55 scored for Rick. $65 scored for Matt. Unit 336, getting a 110 lead over Rick at the moment. Good follow-up from Rick. $84 scored from Rick. $41 scored. $295. Looks like 135 for Rick. $85 score, giving him 210. Looks to be 41 scored for Rick. Matt at 210, looking to be setting up a high out. Looks to be 60 scored, down to 150. Rick's at 186. $60 scored, 126 left. Matt looking at 150 in hand. $37 scored, 113 left. Looks like it's 46 left for Rick. I think Matt's giving that for himself. 67 scored. Okay, red with darts in hand, double tops. 10. Just missed. Don't believe, I can't tell if he got that or not. Looks like he did. Rick will start out this round. $83 scored for Rick. Looks like a good old 26. $50 scored for Rick. And 368 left. Matt with the solid 10. Rick slipping that second dart into the triple 20. 81 scored. Oh, 41 scored. I saw that incorrectly. Score for Matt. Pretty close. 3 points separating the players right now. Unfortunate bounce out. 16 scored. $45 scored for Rick. You can't see where that third dart hit. 45 scored. $85 scored for Rick. Bringing him down to out territory. Oh, another unfortunate bounce out. 24 scored. Good grouping, down to 52. Looks like we got 45 scored, bringing Matt down to a 200. Rick with darts in hand. 16. Just outside. There it is. Good game, Rick. 52 out. 21 darts. Matt's up next. Looks like a 60 scored for Matt. Solid opening. Rick with 100. $45 scored for Matt, bringing him down to 396. Rick with a good third dart, 140 scored. .41 for Matt, leaving him at 355. Another good grouping from Rick. Not sure if that's 85. It's a 45, leaving him 216. It looks like a 65 for Matt, down to 219. Rick going at 216, setting up his out. It's 156, 151, and that looks like a 57. That would be, nope, we missed it. So that's 117, 123, 94 left. 122 scored. Matt sneaking in a good third dart, 85 scored. .94, Rick was throwing for the triple 18, hit a 1, 91 left. 3, looks like 8 scored. Didn't go as planned. .81 scored from Matt. Rick throwing at triple 18. 50. Just outside. 25 left. To be 60 left for Matt. 70, 54 scored. 70 left. Throws the 9 to get it to double 8. Just outside. Looks to be outside also. Matt has another chance. 70 to go. Looks like a 2, 68. Looks like double bowls. Just outside. 50, 60, 46 left. Rick with a double 8. Just inside. Just outside. And inside. Rick left with double 2. Matt with 46 left. Looks like a double 6. Going at 34, and he hits it.
Is there any way else to go 46?
Rick starts out with what looks like a 1040. Matt with a solid 10. Rick with the deflection on the last start, 45 scored. Solid grouping, 60 scored for Matt. Deflection on the last start. It's to be 41 scored. Grid second and third dart for Matt. 201 left. Oh, not 10. Should be 140. Yep. 201 scored. Matt with a good lead. Solid answer from Rick. 140 scored, leaving 135 left. $29 scored for Matt. Rick going for double bull at 25. It's 28 now. 48 scored. 31. 25, 38. Okay. It looks to be 28 scored for Matt. Rick at 104. Throwing at 54, hit 18. 86 left. 68 left. Looks like he hit break with a solid. $25 scored. $57, $80, $63 scored. I'm not sure if that's in the triple 19 or not. 74 scored. $24 scored for Matt, leaving at 304. $83 scored for Rick. Getting him down to 159. $44 for Matt, leaving him at 260. Rick at 99 scored. That should be 80. Matt throwing a 135, getting him down to an out. Throwing at 60. Double tops. Double 10. Right there. 18 darts that game. Rick leads off this game. .45 scored for the bunny. Oh, 63 scored for Matt. Missed throw from Rick. 44 scored. Matt with 95 scored. Rick with a solid 60. 352. Matt with a 41 scored, leaving it 302. 50-point lead over Rick at the moment. Looks like a ton from Rick. Bringing him down to 252. Looks like Matt hit that triple. Yep, 79 scored, bringing him down to 223. Keeping his lead. Looks like a solid 60 from Rick, leaving him 192. Solid ton scored from Matt, leaving him at 123. See, so that's 42 scored for Rick. Matt with a 123 out. 115, 110. Looks like 17 scored. No 6 left. Rick at 150. 20 scored. 30. Can't tell if that's a ton or not. It was. 50 left. At 106. 86. $98 left, leaving him 8. 50. Going for double bull. Looks like he hit a 12. And that looks like a double 17, 14. That should be leaving him 24, I believe. And he hit it. Double 12. 24 dart game. We have Rick Quain winning 6 legs to 1 with a 67 average. Matt throwing a 59. Good match, Rick Crane. Well, get ready for way better commentating. Thanks, guys.
Rick joining me in here saying he almost threw that double 14 on that last start. It took him a second, as you all saw, to put those numbers up. Here we go for the match summary for me and Rick. In case you had noticed, this is a Laser Cat back in the booth. Zap, zap, meow, if you know what I mean. And even if you don't, it's still zap, zap, meow. So, you know, it is what it is. Let me take a moment to see what we got on board one coming up. If I were a schedule, what would I be? Of course, it would be convenient for me to have the schedule up in these little booth interstitials or whatever. But in the meantime, I'm just looking at my phone to see what the 8 p.m. matches are. We do have Rick and Darren up on board one here. And I think if I can call it, then we will get this going. I'm trying to see if I should be playing at 8 p.m. I should not be playing at 8 p.m. Ooh, it's a treat for all of us. I'm going to take a pit stop and set up for this next match. And then when I am back, it will be Rick Crane once again on the feature board going up against the Beard, Darren Ross. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. And here we have a match preview for these players, and I will be back in a moment's time. So we are confirmed your favorite, the one and only, yours truly, Lasercat, in the booth here for the second of 3 matches here on our City League Austin streaming board. As always, coming at y'all live out of the Cavalier, featuring the player you just saw, number 1 seed, expected to win this, a long favorite. Does long favorite? I don't know odds. I don't do betting. I don't know if you'd call him a long favorite and that means he's like not favored. Right, it's like a long shot is anyway. The heavily favored Rick Crane going up against the Beard Darren Ross. They've got the cork underway. They are rocking here, and it looks like it was Darren with the cork to take the darts here in this match. And looks like his first three weren't quite as proficient as his first one, if you know what I mean. Which I'm sure you do know what I mean because you're watching this stream. And I will try to hop into the chat here. When we have our guest commentators, I try to keep it a little bit simple for them. Try not to mess with chats and different scenes and all the broadcaster nonsense that we deal with here in the production side. But hey, when I'm here, I can hop in the chat. I can join you all for all the thousands in attendance and the millions joining us across the world. Welcome to City League Darts. That's I won't even call it an attempt at John McDonald. It is just it just is what it is. Meanwhile, those darts are what they are so far. Nothing to write home about, but that is for sure. I am going to take a little selfie video here right now just so that I can have some posterity for the balance between what y'all are hearing on stream and the actual live acoustics here in the bar. So the Cavalier, we are rocking full audio, full volume with the sound here. It's a rock, metal, alt kind of bar for the most part. That being said, last Monday when I was here or something, it was like reggaeton, like totally different vibe, and we just the bartenders roll with whatever their mood is, and we love them for it. So you can see here, we are about I can't see how long into the stream we are, but anyway, whatever into the stream we are, opening legs for Darren and Rick. So this is the ambient audio, and then we'll juxtapose this with the actual audio that's coming through on the booth. No copyright flagging. No copyright flagging for sure. Wow, fantastically timed 137 there from Rick. Oh no, 85 is a 165 is going to be a bogey there for Darren. So unfortunate. As I've actually lost the bar audio. To talk too much because I don't want to interrupt the players as they're going for these shots. So maybe we have some audio coming back here. Might be time to switch to the Darts Atlas playlist here. Oh, and there is that well-timed double 19 there for Rick. 19 darter against the throw. Takes the break early days. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at this dart count. So, that wasn't the opening leg. For some reason, I thought I was reading the scoreboard as Darren having taken the first leg. That was clearly wrong. So, Rick with an opening 19 dart break of throw against the Beard Darren Ross. And we will see if that trend continues. I'm pretty sure the one leg that I won was on throw. I am pretty proud of myself for getting to a checkout for the majority. I want to say it was the majority of the other legs that I was able to, at least with my last score, get to a checkout. Now, whether Rick let me have a dart at it is a bit of a separate situation. But as it is an Advantage crane. So playlists here, as I said, it was like kind of rock, metal, alt, and then every now and then we get these like sort of like rock ballads. So right now it is Radiohead's Subterranean Homesick Alien, I think. So, it's one of those songs that has like big sound, big mood, big air vibrations through the speakers. But at the same time, doesn't quite have that like energetic punch that maybe you're looking for on the Aki. I put together a playlist that maybe we'll start to put on. The bar has certainly been open to it, consisting of interesting mix of, oh my gosh, like Megadeth, some Pantera, some Arctic Monkeys, which I'm sure our viewers from the UK might recognize, certainly more than our viewers from the US. Hot Water music, Glassjaw, Alice in Chains, which certainly gets a good bit of play here, including some of the songs that I had listed, some Smashing Pumpkins, songs like Jelly Belly. More your Jelly Bellies than your Tonight's, if you're of the Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corgan ilk, which I certainly am. Have not seen Billy, but have gone to a show with Jimmy Iha, the guitarist for the Pumpkins, one of the many across the years, but hired by A Perfect Circle, James Maynard Keenan, hired by his band to do some A Perfect Circle tours, which I was very, very fortunate to attend at the Fillmore in Austin, not in Austin, in San Francisco. The Fillmore on, oh my God, I'm forgetting the street name. Like it was the corner of Steiner and Geary is what it was. One block down from actually Fillmore Street. If you're wondering where the Fillmore got its name from, this was the original Fillmore off of Fillmore Street. I'm trying to think if I attended anything else there other than Perfect Circle. I feel like I must have, but I can't recall. Again, my apartment was on the block. Lived there from 2008 to 2009, I guess. We were there for a year. So if you know me, it will come as no surprise that I did the whole technology startup scene in the Bay Area. Palo Alto for a couple of months, then up to the city. Pack Heights to the Western Addition to Union Square before my departure. That departure to Williamsburg, Brooklyn for about another 3 years, and then since have been in East Austin, Texas. And I actually first experienced Austin on my drive out from the East Coast. So I'm from Baltimore, went to school in Central Virginia, graduated and headed right out to the West Coast to get my tech startup game on. And on that trip, my then girlfriend and I took a long kind of road trip of it around the southern United States. So pit stops in Atlanta, in New Orleans, in Austin for the most time of them all, in Las Cruces, in Flagstaff. So did a few days at the Grand Canyon there in Flagstaff, Arizona. Down to Los Angeles, and oh my God, that drive through the Death Valley is, Death Valley earns its name. That was pretty rough. So a few days in LA with some family friends there. Some family, just straight family. I also consider them friends. Like the relationship is much more than family. and then up to the Bay Area. So my experience in Austin left me with one resonating thought, which was I need to live in this town at some point in my life. Finally, that point came in 2014, and I have not looked back. My wife, my now wife, who I met actually in New York, Match.com shout out, hey, don't knock the online dating, and I'm happy to give tips on how to rock it successfully. Success story right here. We met in New York. She was living in Manhattan, the Upper West Side. I was in Williamsburg, and she actually went to school at the University of Texas here. So UT Hook 'em Horns in downtown Central Austin, Texas. So she always had an affinity for the town. Always was keen to move back. Raised in Dallas, Texas, so or a suburb thereof, of course. No one was actually raised in Dallas, so I'll just say Dallas. Anyway, all these years later, both of us made it back here. Yeah, I think that's an opportunity for the BMath aware there. 62 goes 12. Full attempt for it, like just all sorts of insanity here. Should be a 46 for Rick that he should be scoring.
46 for Rick.
Yeah, there's the 46 coming in, leaving on the 16. Just and in case, I don't know if Darren made it clear, but the last match between me and Rick, when Rick went 20s for 126, it was absolutely me who ran around to the broadcast booth and flicked on that BMath aware toggle. Oh, for sure. Of course, the math is all for naught. Little Jose de Souza in the house. Rick could throw at 13s all day. He'll still whoop our collective asses. Meanwhile, Darren come back gesturing to me for a file for his points, which I've subsequently retrieved from my bag. My whole personal jar setup, though, nothing but a disaster. Was repointing points the other day. It didn't go well. Tried to fix it by backing them back out. Caused my pointing tool to seize up. And I think that's a maximum here from Rick Crane. Oh man, so many darts of his that I thought were right in that treble 20 that have ended up just high or low. Saw a bunch of them in my match against him. Bunch of visits that I thought were going to be ton 40 or tons that were just tons or 60s. I could tell that one was going to be a maximum after that second dart, but 3 very well placed there for Rick. So, yeah, long story short, East Austin. It's a hell of a drug. It is a hell of a drug. I'll be honest, with some of the playlist stuff going on here, I'm really inclined to plug a phone in here, except I'm not sure I have a compatible phone, but at the same time, it is a public playlist. So after this match, there is a chance. And if you're sitting here watching us, go ahead and give us a shout in the chat. Like I said, I am up here. I have lit it up. particularly any Austin FC fans. There's a few at the bar here I can already see. If you're Listo, give me a holler. Maybe tell me if you're going to the game tomorrow night. Maybe we can meet up. We throw some darts at Hop Squad. Hey, who knows? They got a dartboard there in the back. I messaged the owner of Hop Squad through a supporters group that we're both part of about the possibility of running some dart nights or competitions or raffles or anything darts related there at Hop Squad. No response. No response. That's what we can expect as the darts community, isn't it? Just I don't know, pissing into the wind or something, as they say. Speaking of pissing in the wind, just an 11 there for the beard. I should say for so Darren's nickname is the Beard, though as the less formidable of the beards here in this second of 3 matches that we'll have on the streaming board for the evening. Ooh, good look with the second dart. Oh, is that a 156? Be so my beating heart. It is a 156. Woo! Members bounce on the second dart, finding not a single 5, not a treble 5, not a single 12, but a treble 12 to complement the 260s. So advantage, well, granted with a throw, but listen, comeback's got to start at some point. Might as well be in the 4th, not 5th leg of the match. This best of 10 format, players can split the ranking points with a 5-5 draw, or one player can take both league points with a 6-whatever victory. So a race to 5 for the draw, a race to 6 to for the scoop. To scoop for the scoop. I don't know. Still working on my dart broadcast mannerisms here. Please be patient with me, and thank you. Putting a little shameless plug out into the City League Slack. Trying to solicit some folks to watch this. They should know we get down on Tuesdays. And again, maybe last week's hiatus threw everybody off. Let's see. And this one, this is another Radiohead song that just came on. It is... oh my gosh. Oh, it's going to bother me for the rest of the night if I don't look this up. I have to look it up. I feel terrible about it. Meanwhile, what in the fuck? Like, literally, what in the fucking fuck? What in the motherfucking fuck was any of that shit? What the fuck? $25 is in. Ton remaining. Not going to go this visit, and quite frankly, not sure what the hesitation was. 125, you hit the 25. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. 15 for 34? What the fuck? What
the fuck? Oh, and he hits it! And he hits it! What the fuck doesn't matter? He hits the double 17 for the most disgusting 49 I've ever seen in my fucking life. Oh my god, talk about giving it large. Have you ever heard a broadcast booth give it so large? Holy shit. Welcome to City League Darts, motherfuckers. Let's go. Holy shit, whatever that timestamp is, I need to mark it because that is incredible shit. Oh, I was ready to say to be followed by a 180. Are you not entertained? I was going to give it large again. Not large enough. I can't give it super duper large for the ton 40 with that third dart finding itself a little bit low. '85 will put Rick into a really good spot. 136 there through 9. Not bad. Not bad at all. As we've seen, he will go bull. He will take the math against shot, even with his opponent on a not finish. Won't matter here, though. Just a 40, but we'll get him under 100. Again, 96 through 12. Not bad if he can wrap that up. Let's take a look at our stats. Through 5 and 90% of a leg. Huge disparity there. Rick just well into the mid 70s. A good bit over his standard against me in his first match. He's just getting warmed up here. Certainly would understand the more legs he's playing, the more ripe he's getting. Double 8 here for the guaranteed point is going to be a little bit outside. Let's look at the counts for these arts. It's not an 80-yard leg. But oh my goodness, look at that 19, 20, 20, 22, 2017. And then the 27 dart kind of misfit there. But then again, it was a beautiful, ugly, delicious 27 dart leg, wasn't it? Oh, Rick unable to tidy up 16. It won't matter, though. He will have at least 3 more at the 8. Double 4 here for Rick to clean it up in 19. And he shall so clean up. Wow. Ridiculous standard here. That puts him on a full 73 average here through 6. Oh my goodness. These star counts are just, they're salivatingly delicious. Incredible. Can you imagine if leg 5 hadn't been such a runaway, right? What that would look like. It was just 8 visits, right? If we just call it a 24 dart leg, how much better these averages would be yet. Let's take a look at one more look at these averages. Yeah, just still holding on to that kind of mid-ish 70s for Rick. Darren in those low 50s. He'd like to be higher, but he probably can't be too upset about that. Solid power scoring from Rick. Decent enough from Darren, but then again, not enough in the context of his opponents. Darren here with the darts and a very real chance to hold him. Push this to an 8th leg at least. Excuse me. Yeah, 8th leg at least. I did do the math right there, and then I second guessed it and was inadvertently unmath aware. We just have one more match up for y'all tonight, which is going to be Mike Gilligan against Darren Ross right here on board 1, our feature board. Which we'll be waiting on a combination of both the matches in progress. So on your the upper left side of the Aki cam, you'll see Omar stretching his neck a little bit, looking up to the skies, to the heavens. He is currently embroiled in a match against Mike Gilligan. Meanwhile, Mike's opponent, Darren, we see here still working his way down. Yep, he hasn't gotten into checkout range, but Rick has jumped him there after being behind the majority of the leg. Yeah, good switch down there to leave 96. Again, these dart counts are just phenomenal. This whole match, I'm just in awe. We would have liked to switch down to 19s there. Trying to set up 44 to leave the 120 unless you hit the treble. But not much pressure on this 96 from Rick. Ooh. Despite that, he threw it a little bit nervy. Super duper low dip. 16 for the layup. 48 for 8. Yeah, indeed. It'll be double 4 if he gets a visit back. Darren not going 54 tops, it looks like. Oh, but a fantastic third dart there. With the third, will put a little bit of pressure on this double 4 for Rick for the match here. Rick has guaranteed himself a point, getting to the 5 legs. Can he guarantee himself 2 and wrap it up? Yes, into 23 darts. Not the most tidy leg of the match, excuse me, but enough to get the job done. As we see there, that average slipped from that mid-70s that we saw earlier on down to just above 70, but still a really fantastic performance there. A mix of steady scoring as well as very, very proficient finishing from Rick Crane. So when we get back, it will be Darren Ross against Mikey Gilligan on our feature board. Stay tuned, stay clean, stay focused.
All right, we're about to get rocking here with our final match of the night. Sweet action. Mike Gilligan going up against the Beard, Darren Ross. Both perennial long format 501 singles player here in Austin, Texas. Veterans of Austin's Premier League. Hosted up north at Raggedy Ann's and/or Texas Bar and Grill. Honestly, I can't really usually make a distinction between the two, but here they are at the Cavalier tonight in East Austin. Get the cork on away. It looks like it is Darren with the bull to get it going, so he will have the darts here in this best of 10 match. We had Alice in Chains blasting. The beer is flowing. Folks are having a good time. We got the Bucks and the Suns on the TV. We got Austin FC match coming up tomorrow night from home against Los Angeles FC. I'll be there. It'll be fun. Darren off to a fantastic start here with the darts. So in the PDC world, for those unfamiliar, we are in the final series here before the final invitations and seedings are set for the World Match Play, I believe is what's coming up next. I think it will be in Blackpool. I think the first couple of days might not be full attendance, but then after that, it is expected to be a full crowd. Of course, that information changes daily, almost hourly, so if I am out of date with that, I do apologize. So good recovery turn there from Gilligan to keep this close. Prevent Darren from running away from this, running away with the match on his darts. Running away on the leg, I don't know. Again, the words, there's just so much cacophony going on above me, behind me, around me. It ain't easy producing live darts from loud metal bars, I will tell you that. And you might have noticed the Arlo's truck in the back here, behind the glass, behind the players here. That is parked at the Lost Well across the street. Arlo's, some of the best vegetarian and vegan food you'll find in a food truck here around town. They sell hamburgers, they sell tacos. It is all vegan. Also happens to be the namesake for Mike Gilligan's nephew. That's right, his brother James, as a kid, they named that child Arlo after the food truck, which used to be at our home bar on the east side, the Caracal, still up and running, still got live darts, still has the best whiskey spelled every different way selection in town. Just not quite as posh a setup, I would say, as we have here at the Cavalier. Good math there from Gilligan, not leaving himself on a bogey, which he would have done with a 60 score, going 18's first start. Other acceptable route for me is 20-19-19. But I really don't care as long as you go for the 58 and not the 60. I won't hate you. It might be for naught, though, here. Darren steaming well ahead, not under much duress with this 60. Well then. We'll see what math he can concoct here. He concocts the right math. It's not a mess. Leaves himself on 32. A very, 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 very listen, as it goes, listen, I've been there. I certainly miss my shank. I shanked my double 20s and my single fives like a bastard. Good job hitting that 3 to clean it up, shave it off, and leave himself on the double 16 here. And Mike nowhere close to range. So for 25 darter, double 16. For 26 darter, double 16. For 27 darter, double 12. Calculating. Joe Cullen fly in the way. And the 12 is a little bit high. Does the math well between the pause for the math and the pause for the fly. Not necessarily in the best mental state to attack that double 12. How can this 1-2-1 go? How can this 1-0-1 go? Will the treble 17 hit? It won't. Back to the 20s. Try to lay it up. And just unable to. So it'll still be 64 remaining here against Darren's 24. Can he find that double 12? He can with the first dart. Took us a little while, but we got there in the end with the opening leg. 28 dart hold to throw for the Beard Darren Ross. And now it's Mike to throw. .41 will not be an adequate response, so Mike's opening ton. And if we were giving out bonus points here for the best dart shirts, I'm pretty sure Mike would take it week after week. I don't remember all the other shirts he's worn throughout the previous weeks, but I'm pretty sure like one of them was the evolution of the Homo sapien, from ape to crawling to walking stunted to walking upright to walking with a spear and throwing a spear to throwing a dart. Dart throwing, obviously the pinnacle of all humanity and the species at large. So I'm pausing. So there's like someone outside of the locked door outside we have that just is like taking a photo of a sign about the door. I don't know. It's super weird. Like we lock from the outside, like so you can't come outside in. A door that abuts right to Aki number 3 here, where we throw our secondary matches on league nights. And one of the staff here, I think it is, was just kind of taking a photo of that for like, or like some pointing the camera at it for like a good 45 seconds. That was a little bit weird. Anyway, I can't make heads from tails. Meanwhile, Mike's on a 16 darter here for tops.
Yeah, after that 17th dart, you couldn't have been feeling great about the 18th, could you? That was a rhetorical question. You couldn't. Meanwhile, Darren here with all sorts of whoops, no, we'll see that up. But all sorts of B math awareness here. And I only say that because I know if he hit the single 20 with the first start, he was sticking up there. He was not going to go for a 99. He was absolutely going to go for 100. There it is. Getting through the door. It could have been 16. Ended up being 20 for Mike Gilligan. Just a couple of holds so far. It's been a while. But it is gone. Hold. So decent stuff for Mike there, near a 60 average. Not as much for Darren there. Let's check out the dart counts, and that's kind of why. Again, both these legs could have been much tidier than they were. However tidy they were or were not. Oh, I gotta admit, this playlist here is getting a little bit rough. Oh, it's that song. Like, for the life of me, I cannot remember. Oh, it's so bad. And just so contra vibe. I don't want to be too. I don't know. It ebbs and flows. It ebbs and it flows here. Almost 8:45 here, which means looks like we'll be getting out a little bit ahead of schedule, which is certainly fantastic. As this will be our last match of the night here this Tuesday, July 6th. And in case you've forgotten, Diego Fagundes scored the first goal for Austin FC ever. And I'm trying to remember who scored the. Oh, no, of course. It was Gallagher, who scored our first home goal, who scored the first MLS goal at Q2 Stadium. John Gallagher in the first half of the last match, which honestly I forget against whom. I had already sold my tickets because it was a school night, I think it was, and I don't know. What can you say? Wish I was there. The stadium was a party. John Gallagher scoring the first MLS goal. We were there for the first goal ever, the first competitive goal ever scored at Q2 Stadium, which was phenomenal. The U.S. women's national team game against Nigeria. And that was, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember her name. I mean, we literally just watched the documentary on the equal pay challenge with the women's national team. Kristen Press, that's right. That's who it was. Bristol Press with the first goal scored at Q2 Stadium. The stadium turned up. It was fantastic. All right, Mike gets through there with a break a throw. Meanwhile, we have some people reading a sign that says the pool table is closed until closed. The reason for that is that it is abutted right up to the Aki. So if someone's trying to shoot a ball from the corner that Darren is standing against, it will not only create problems for the thrower waiting, and then when you're coming back from the Aki, you have to play a game of hot potato basically with your positioning back there, but also it can even be in the way of the thrower at the Aki. So very tight spaces here. As with most dark bars in the United States, just a not set up for the darts. I don't know what else you can say about it. However, I have heard great things about the Craftsman on the Hill in Nashville, Tennessee. That's a bar I'm hoping to get to very, 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 very soon. Been hearing about it for years. Its reputation precedes itself. Much like Mike throwing darts into other darts. Well, even though it is 8:40, we still might be not getting out of here early if this pace continues between these players. Unlike the last match where we were seeing, at the very least, Rick, but also to an extent Darren on a finish after 9 or 12 darts. Not quite seeing that gusto here. Not quite seeing that, what's the word, that good dartsness. Not to get too scientifical on you. What can I say? Like, I'm no Dan Darts, no Dan Darts Dawson. I don't make any apologies about it. It is what it is. He is who he is, and I am not that. But I'm working on it. But I'm working on it. More doubles miss for what would have been a very, very fantastic leg. Could still be decent, but just that. It's not going to be the 239 here for Darren. Might not even be into a finish here after these three. Will not be into a finish after these three. So it's still at least 6 stars to the double eight, but he doesn't want to use them. He only wants to use one. And he honestly not even happy about using that. Not happy about that either. No, but honestly would rather bust it into the 17 than find himself a single 2 there. I guarantee you that. We'll move to the 19s at some point here, Darren. Well, it doesn't matter now. Well, 26 will leave the bogey. Not even bogey, just not even below 170 there. Unfortunate visit there for Darren. It might clean up the 8 yet. Still no. Still no, not the leave he was. Of course, he didn't want to leave, as if you want a leave when you go up to the Aki with 8. Ooh, one more of those triples would have made it interesting. As it is, getting below 100 makes it somewhat enticing. I don't know. We'll see if we're embroiled or not. Use it. He cannot set your ovens to embroil. It's 88 for Darren. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. Why not leave yourself a potential bullseye finish? Darren, 88. It's 2018 bullseye for lack of a treble. Not cool. Not math aware. Like going up, had to go all the way up there, had to step all the way up to the board to confirm that that dart was indeed low and outside. Oh, fantastic move to the opposite side of that double bed. Finally, could have been a 19 darter, I think, ended up as 31. Doesn't matter. The leg is the leg is the leg. So checking in on our YouTube stats, 17,394 folks currently watching. And shockingly, not a single person in the chat. Can't believe it. Good opening from Mike there. Looking to put some closure on this, as we could get down into leg differentials with the seeding as it comes down to the playoff time. Probably not going to be a leg differential between 1 and 2, but between 2 and 3 potentially. The points and leg dips could get interesting for sure. Oh, La Grappadora in the chat here, which I missed. Oh, no, okay, I did just catch it here. Disagreeing on the 88 out. Are you disagreeing with the path chosen or with my commentary on it? That's what I'm interested to know. Because if you disagree with going, or if you agree with going 16s on 88 with your opponent on a finish, then high noon at Republic Tree tomorrow. Wow. So yeah, La Grappadora doubling down on the horrific take. T16 tops is legit. It is anything but, as it forces you to hit a treble to leave yourself on a finish for your third dart, whereas going 20s first and then moving to the 18s allows you to hit 2 singles to leave yourself on a potential bull finish. If your opponent is not on a finish, then 16s is certainly playable. But it's not even that I disagree. It's just that, holy shit, you are super duper wrong. It's all about the chances. Having to give yourself a chance at a bullseye or at a double. At a double in the visit. Yeah, look, Abador is saying that's such a cautious approach, going 20s or 18s. Yeah, I think it's just a mathematically sensible approach. I really wish I had some super duper math nerds here to back me up. I will be soliciting help tomorrow on Twitter if you want to catch us at City League Darts. This conversation will absolutely continue, and I will have folks much more educated than I am to opine on the subject. Hopefully, maybe even some Matt Edgar. I feel like this could be a thing where he could throw his hat in the ring, throw his opinions into the mix, into the cauldron. Again, these sports euphemisms, I'm not so good at. Not so good at all. So Mike there, yeah, total math aware issue again. Wanted 13, 13s for tops, but from 79 go 19s. You hit the treble, you leave double 11. Hit the single, you're on 60, you can go 20 tops. It's too late for me to flash the math aware between La Grapadora in the chat and these players on the Aki. I am just freaking out, man. I am freaking out, man. Yikes. Everyone's coming after me tonight. Mike finally hitting that double eight that was, or double four, excuse me, that was so elusive last leg or 2 legs ago, however many legs ago. They're all blurring for me at this point, honestly. Not a super duper tidy match. Wow, shockingly tidier than I would have thought, honestly. Yeah, 3 darts under 9 visits. I would not have bet on that the way this pace has been going. Steady upper 50s for Mike, though, but he's certainly trying to push a 60 in all of these matches here. He knows it's a bit of a stretch for him in the way he's been playing these days, but absolutely something to aspire to. And is completely in range, totally capable of throwing a low to mid 60s, average through this extended format for sure. Yeah, man, 16s on 88, 13s on 79. I am not having a good day here in the booth. I'll tell you this. Oh my gosh. Just for everyone. Just for everyone. Let's flash it. Not even about that visit. There's, no math in that, the upper 400s, whatever. But just for the whole evening, all this lack of math awareness we've been seeing. Let's just flash it. Let's just flash it. Might be a 1-2-1 from Mike. It is. First start finding the one, correcting them with the next 2. Grade 51 with the third dart. Won't leave himself a finish, won't make it any different, but at least is a big treble. Move to 18s, has to move to 18s. Oh no, he's just going to set up the ton. Regardless of the outcome there with the first two darts, you can absolutely proclaim be math aware. Either 1919 move up or 18 2020 from 268. Yeah, I mean, yeah, then you switch. Like, come on, man. So surprisingly, we haven't seen Mike throw into the wall yet, at least not that I've been paying attention to. So Mike Illigan here has a penchant of just setting up a couple of nasty, nasty blockers with his very bulky, thick flights over the treble 20 and simply refusing to throw a cover shot. He will throw into that wall until he's blue in the face, and the dart will bounce back, just knock straight off every time, and he'll keep on doing it. However, he has just in the last week started punching his flights, which I think might be help. I don't know if that would help that situation. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know enough about the darts to know any of this stuff. 90 left for Darren here. Yeah, wants to set up a treble 18 for a double thereof. Finds himself inside. Oh, from 72. Very close to that treble 12 to lead double 18. Instead finds the treble 9. But he will be on a very simple two-dart combination if he's allowed a chance back. You see Mike targeting that bottom part of the board with his first dart. He is math aware of this visit here. Yeah, so with that second dart, there is possibly a case to be made from 88 for going 16 tops if you love it. But even that's a pretty shitty case because it likely leaves you with some tidy up, wasting a big dart at a single the next visit. And I still don't like it. I still don't like it. So 6-18 split here. Leaves double 16. Ooh, tidier finishing there than we've seen for the bulk of these legs. Even the low scoring leg, or the low dart count legs have been a good bit less tidy than that one. So, wow, it's almost like these stats aren't updating. Mike at that 57.7. Here we should see it update now. So it's updating in real time, so we know it is changing. But I swear the last 3 times we've checked in on these stats, it has been Mike at a 57.7 and not a tenth of a point more or less. So through 6 legs, power scoring certainly in Mike's favor. Really good numbers there. 5 low tons, 3 high tons. Just the 3 low tons for Darren through 6 legs is, will be enough to keep yourself in this match when your opponent is missing as many doubles as Gilligan is. But it will not be enough to give yourself sufficient chances at the double if you're not taking them out first time of asking. Take a look at our dart counts here. Again, just very surprised to see these as low as they are, given some of the sloppiness around the finishing. But It is what it is. And I will attribute that as much to the dart quality as it is to my kind of lack of perception of these darts going in. The kind of losing the pace leg to leg. As I've said, whole lot of noise, whole lot of raucous going on around me. You can't hear it on the stream because the broadcasting software does a fantastic job of filtering out a bunch of the background ambient audio, which is why we're not getting copyright flagged on here. But we could be entering here our last leg, our last sort of bits of sets of checkdowns. As Mike has secured himself at least 1 point for this match. Worst he can do is a 5-5 draw, but he's looking for the scoop of points to go along with a +5 leg differential if he can close out the leg here in this 7th leg. Close out the match, excuse me, in the 7th leg. So 1-5-7 from Gilligan here. Not this time around. Can't clean up the 1-3-1, so Darren will have a crack at the 105. Ooh, were it not for that third dart, I'd say it might have 2 cracks at the 105. But the pressure's absolutely on. Well, it was below a finish, but so I don't like the switch to 19. Maybe it's going for 16s there, which would have been viable. I don't know. Then you're on 98 and you go 18s. Yeah, we're just it's just not good. For tops. Misses the 10. Finds 3 to leave 32. But Darren here with a very, very real chance to stay alive here in this 7th leg. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get we're not going 17s on 75. Like, I don't get it why you're not giving yourself a chance for a finish. It's so painful. Holy shit, talk about painful. Oh, mercy is not shown. Mercy to the booth. Oh, double 4 now. Oh, and that's a way to bust the 56, scoring 66. Very tight dart there. Not such a tight dart there, but not the tidiest of action from either of these players. And will you look at that? My goodness, Mike Gilligan there getting through with the it just That's right. When the overall stats changed, we go to the hundredths. Otherwise, no, it wasn't 57.7. But anyway, we were up at that 57.7 through the end of it. Mike staying steady there. Big disparity, as you see, between the first 9 and the overall average. His power scoring was there. The finishing for both these players was absolutely not. We'll be back with y'all next week for week 4 of 5 for the regular season for City League Darts. City League Austin here, live out of the Cavalier. You can see some of the action behind me. Whoop, nope, wrong adjustment style. Yeah, so we will be back next Tuesday for week 4, the following Tuesday for week 5, and then the following Tuesday after that, we will see our playoff. So we'll have 2 semifinal matches between players 1 and 4 from the regular season, players 2 and 3 from the regular season, and then the championship match will feature the winners of both of those matches. So, as always, thank you all so much for tuning in, sticking around, and we are very happy to get out of here early for a change here in City League Austin. I hope you all had a good time. Until next time, Lasercat out.